Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 23rd tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we'll be talking about the like operator. And we've seen the like operator once when we had the tutorial on logical operators. I mentioned it, and we also saw a couple of applications of it in the MySQL environment. But I thought that there should be one separate tutorial on the like operator and the wildcard characters that are associated with the like operator. So here's it, and the like operator, as you guys know, is used to compare a value to similar values in a table in a database. And what I mean by this is if you have some value that you want to place in your where clause, and you want to compare that value with the values that are present in your table in the database, then you would have to use a like operator to make such comparisons. And the like operator is used with wildcard characters, and there are two wildcard characters that you can use. The first one is the percentage symbol, and the second one is the underscore character. The percentage symbol is substitution for 0, 1 or many characters, whereas the underscore character stands for one character or number. And the syntax of the like operator is pretty simple. You've got your select keyword first, and then column list, and then the from keyword and the name of the table from which you're pulling your data, and then an optional where clause through which you would make the comparison using the like operator, right? And even if you're making comparisons between numeric values, you have to place your values within single quotes. And this is different because when we use the assignment operator to make direct comparisons or equality tests, we do not put our numeric values within single quotes. But when we're using the like operator, even if you're making comparisons between numbers, you have to make sure that the values that are there in the where clause are between single quotes. And this will be clear when we check out examples in the MySQL environment. So let's check out a few examples. So I've got my workbench here, and just as we have in the past tutorials, we are going to work with the employee table in the test database. And let me show you guys the data that I have in the table at the moment. So to show the data, I would execute the select star query. Name of the table is employee, semicolon. When I press Control Enter, I see that I have 17 records in the table. The first row has the value of the ID field as 1900, and the last row has the value 1960. So in total, there are 17 fields in the table. And the last record, well, it wasn't present in the table till this tutorial. I added this row to this table for the sake of this tutorial, because I wanted one employee to have his or her email account on Hotmail, right? And you'll understand why I did that in just a minute. So let's start with this. In fact, suppose I want to find out the name, or in fact all the information about the employee who's got his or her email address at Hotmail. Then the query for that would be, I'll type in select first, right? And then I'll put in the asterisk symbol because I want to pull out all information, and then the name of the table after the from keyword, which is employee, and then type in where, and then since I want the comparison to be made with the value that's there in the email field, I'll type in email here first, right? And then I'll type in the like keyword because I would have to use the like operator to make the comparison between the value that's there and the value that I'm going to put within single quotes. And since I just want to know who has got his or her email address at Hotmail, I am not concerned with the initial part of the email address or the last part of the email address. And the last part, I know that after Hotmail, we're going to have .com, but I'll just type in Hotmail here, and I'll put in a percentage character after Hotmail, and I'll put in percentage character before Hotmail. So what this is going to do is it's going to instruct SQL that get me all the records. We don't care what the first part of the email address is and what the last part of the email address is. We just want to make sure that the word Hotmail is there in the email address. I put in a semicolon at the end to terminate the statement. When I execute it, I see that I've got just one employee in the table who has his email address registered at Hotmail. So the name of the employee is Joe, and the ID is 1960. This is the row that I added, right? And let's say you want to also find out all the employees who are in their 20s, right? So Since in this case we would be working with the age column, I'll replace email with age. And since we want to know employees who are greater than 20 years old and less than 30 years old, we can use the or and logical operators to generate this condition. But if you want to use the like operator, then what you're going to do is within single quotes you'll put in two, and then you put an underscore character after two. So the underscore character, as I mentioned when we were looking through the PowerPoint, that the underscore character substitutes one character or number. So in this case, it's a substitution for one number. So we don't care what the value after two is, if it's 21 or 22 or 23 or 29, but the first digit in the age has to be 2. So as long as the first digit is 2, the row is going to be displayed in the result set. So when I execute this query, I see that all these employees have their age in 20s. So John is 26 years old, Nick is 25, Dave is 27, Mike is 21, so on and so forth. And the last example that we're going to check out, in this example we'll use the underscore character as well as the percentage symbol. So suppose you want to find out information about employees who have O, the alphabet O, as the second character in their names, right? So it's obvious we'll be working with the name field, and I'll type in the like keyword, and then within single quotes, the value with which I'm going to make my comparisons is going to be, I'll put in the underscore character first, then the alphabet O, and then the percentage symbol. So what this is going to do is, it's going to instruct SQL that the first character in the name could be anything, right? It could be P, S, T, U, W, whatever. The second alphabet or the second character has to be the alphabet O, and the rest of the name could also have as many characters or whatever characters. So we're not concerned about the last part of the name or the first character of the name, but we're concerned about the second alphabet, which has to be O, right? I'll put in a semicolon. When I execute this query, I see that I get all these names in the result set. So John, you can see that John's name has O as the second character, Roger's name has O as the second character, Howard's name has O as the second character, so on and so forth. So that's it about the like operator. I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial, and please subscribe to my channel in case you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.